In this video, learn the exact moment when Liv Morgan's wrestling career finally clicked into place as she shares insight into her emotional journey and learn something you didn't know about the beloved WWE star. Liv Morgan had to take a break for 6 months due to an injury she got in July of 2023, and when she made her big return at the Royal Rumble this past January by competing in the Women's Royal Rumble match, she felt like she had transformed into a new version of herself. She kicked off her quest for revenge the night after WrestleMania 40 by taking Rhea Ripley out of action and eventually capturing the Women's World title from Becky Lynch a few months later at the King and Queen of the Ring PLE. Morgan has become a focal point on WWE Monday Night Raw, working her way into the Judgment Day and developing a relationship with Dominic Mysterio, continuing her feud with Rhea Ripley, first at SummerSlam by aligning herself officially with Dominic Mysterio, retaining said Women's World Championship before going and losing in a mixed tag team match alongside Dominic to Rhea and Damian Priest at Bash in Berlin. Now, as a recording of this video, Liv Morgan is still in a feud with Rhea Ripley. Now, just like you and I, we've all had our struggles in life, and Liv Morgan is no different. And she actually spoke about this in a recent interview with US Weekly. She talked about her journey of self-discovering during her injury break from wrestling. You may or may not recall, but actually in December of that year, Liv Morgan was arrested on a little bogus drug charge. They found some marijuana residue. She claims it wasn't hers. And eventually things got sorted out, and Liv Morgan's just fine. When she returned at the Royal Rumble, she immediately went into a feud with Becky Lynch, ironically later leading into her first Women's World Championship run. And that feud really put her on the map. Now, this is what she had to say while speaking with US Weekly about her journey and discovering herself. She said this: "It wasn't until I came back from my injury this past year that I went, I'm lucky to be here. I'm lucky to be that bitch. I don't know what that switch was. I think that was my big realization in my time off. For the last 10 years of my life, I've been Liv Morgan. Those are my formative, growing, stepping into my womanhood years. I've been so fixated on what I was doing in my career that I didn't think I paid enough attention to myself, my wants, my needs, my hobbies, my interests, my likes, my dislikes. It wasn't until I had those months off where I only had to be myself." Very, very good insight by Liv Morgan. You've struggled with self-worth or trying to find out who you are. I know I certainly have. I think we all deal with that on some sort of basis every single day. That was the moment that everything clicked for Liv Morgan, because when she returned at the Royal Rumble, she was different. You could tell there was something different about her. She had a swagger. She had a confidence in which she had not had previously. Then the Becky Lynch feud, it escalated that. It elevated her confidence. You could tell that she was just a little more different. And then when she feuded with Rhea Ripley, essentially for one night, you could tell this is a Liv Morgan who's different and in a good way. Now, obviously, she didn't plan on trying to injure Rhea Ripley. That was not the planned thing. She would never want to hurt someone on purpose. We all understand that. But things happen in pro wrestling. It's not ballet. And that's exactly what happened. But that was actually the blessing in disguise. Because let's be real, they would have done a one-off match. It would have been nothing spectacular. And Rhea Ripley would have retained the women's title and went on. Liv Morgan is not the same person that she is today that she was at that time. She was just not. Sure, she returned, and sure, she feuded with Becky Lynch, but she lost that Becky Lynch feud. Sure, she was still a little different, but she still wasn't on WrestleMania. And WWE, if you're not going to have Becky Lynch dethrone Rhea Ripley, why in the world would you have Liv Morgan, who put over Becky Lynch previously and had not done anything heading into Mania? That is something in which WWE had to take notice of. Her build, her rise in popularity, well, she's already had a built-in fan base, a beloved fan base, a fan base that absolutely adores this woman. And you also had a situation in which Rhea Ripley, she was going to be gone for months due to injury. You also had a situation in which Becky Lynch, she was going to be gone for the foreseeable future. To this day, we still don't know when she's going to return. She decided she's not going to re-sign with WWE. She's going to take a time off. She's going to hang out with her fam and go on with things. That's exactly what happened. So WWE, losing two of its top stars, not only in the women's division, not only in the entire company, but on Monday Night Raw, yeah, you needed to build someone up. You needed to build a new star, and you needed to do something impactful. So that's exactly what they did with Liv Morgan. They gave her the ball, she ran with it, and she continues to hit home runs, score touchdowns, hit the game-winning shot. Whatever sports analogy you want to make, Liv Morgan has done just that, and she continues to do so as arguably WWE's biggest heel, their best heel. WWE wants to push the likes of Solo Sikoa and Gunther as their top heels, but the reality of the fact is you have Liv Morgan, who is absolutely clicking on all cylinders, aka firing on all cylinders. You have one of their biggest heels in recent years in Dominic Mysterio by her side. And oh, by the way, they're feuding with one of the most over baby faces on their roster in Rhea Ripley, someone in which the fan base has literally seen grow in front of their eyes for the last year and turned her baby face, despite the fact that she's portraying a heel for years. And that, my friends, is a recipe for success. That's a recipe for something special, magical. That's what WWE got out of Liv Morgan. And this moment in which she's talking about, that's the moment that everything clicked. That's the moment that she realized that she could do this. She always wanted to be a WWE star. And there's one thing to be a WWE star. There's a completely different thing to say that I am a superstar. WWE, they overutilize, in my opinion, superstars. I believe you have stars in this business. Think of the likes of, I don't know, Karrion Kross, for an example. Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa. Those were stars. Then you have superstars. Think of Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill. Then you have your megastars. And Liv Morgan, she's really approaching that megastar status. The likes of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair and Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso. When you're able to connect with a fan base like that, Roman Reigns, it's something special. And WWE, they realize they have something special with Liv Morgan. If you enjoyed this video and you want to watch more Liv Morgan content, I highly recommend you check out this video here and or check out her playlist. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, so you're notified every single time we upload new wrestling content here to the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.